Good evening. It's Friday. That can only mean one thing. Well, two things. The weekend starts tomorrow, and it's HHV the judge in conjunction with the Mighty Goodwin Racing. And there's the judge wearing some very distinctive headgear. Now, Judge, I always think look forward. I always think the future is,
Oh, dear.
you know.
I had to wear this after my effort last week. That's why. It was appalling. Oh,
Yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, but your bets are
Absolutely.
crap, as the sayings go, as the saying goes. So they were pulled up. I mean, what can you
Yeah.
say? We won't dwell on it. We will not dwell on it. So I am dwelling on it. I repeat, they were both
That's right.
pulled up. Yeah. Well, you're going to come back swinging, aren't you? You really are.
Well, I am this week. I'm going for a smash to
Yeah.
this week. So
Prices. You see, some tipping challenges, some YouTube channels, they don't mention the losers, but we're not like that at Holden Sources.
no,
We
that's
mention
right.
them. We mention. So, what we're going to do today is now. Firstly, remember, SH10 is your promo code for Bet Goodwin. Open up that account, you get a £10 match bet. You might want to put it on the judge's selection. You might want to chuck it off a bridge. I'm joking. He knows I'm an
Oi!
He knows I'm an that. So this week, folks, we're going to do the usual two races. But many people, after a poor week, they would go for a couple of small field races, a maiden perhaps. But no, this is not what we're about. We are going for the Lanzarote Hurdle at Kempton, and we are going for the Classic Chase at Warwick. I would wager the two most difficult races on the whole day. That's what we're about. That's how we roll. So we're going to start Kempton in the 240 with the Lanzarote Hurdle. Now, Judge, I'm going to ask you to go first.
Oh, thank you.
Because I'm nice like that. So let me just set it up. It's a class one. It's one of the great handicap hurdles. It's nothing to do with the island. It's all to do with the great horse Lanzarote. I've done that gag on Holden's horses. I won't go over old ground. It's a class one. It's over 2 mile 5. The going at the moment is soft, good to soft in places. Now we know Kempton is a speed track. 2 mile 5, what we call an intermediate distance in the business. So, Judge, tell me what you think, and let's have that big price selection.
Well, I think the Grand National itself would be easier to find the winner at than this. This is tough. There's one horse in this race I've been sort of following very shrewdly for a Cheltenham run, and I think Chittapello, but I think it might well be a Cheltenham run for that. But so that's one off the list. Gelino Bello, first time in an handicap, very interesting for Paul Nicholls. But this race, I think you might as well just throw a few at really big prices, and I'm going to go for Comanche Red here for our Goodwin friends at Chris Gordon. He's got a very good record here at Kempton. First, third, pulled up second, fourth. He ran very well last time out behind the current favourite, Marie's Rock. Got beat about 11 lengths, but he's got a useful £15 weight pull for that. And I just can't understand why he's 33.40 to 1. With the extra places available, if he could sneak into fourth or fifth, I'll be over the moon. So for me, it's going to be Comanche Red to get the readies in.
Readies from Comanche Red. I mean, 40 to 1. Some firms going 6. Just incredible value. Huge weight pull. Now, Judge, I'm famous for many things in the business, but one of them is my incredible card marker service. Now, I did Kempton, the Boxing Day Festival. I did Marie's Rock. I think it was 14 to 1, something like that. It won by the length of the high street. Now, of course, the handicapper has had his say, but it's very interesting to me that Nicky has just kept it and come straight back here for a biggie. Is this a more difficult race than the one it won at Christmas? Yes. Has it got a harder task having gone up in the weight? Yes. But I believe this thing with the pace tomorrow on similar ground, I mean, 6 to 1 with 6 places. I think the horse is going to win. I'll be very, very surprised if it's not in the first 3. If it's not in the first 6, I am tempted to say I'll come round everybody's house and put the money through the letterbox. Now, I'm only tempted to say that. I'm not actually going to do it, but I am tempted to say that. Such is my confidence. I think Marie's Rock is a good thing if you can have it in a handicap like this. I think Nico's going to hold the horse up, bring it through after the last, bang, bang, job done. But of course, you're right.
You do really always want to be held up in these handicaps, don't you?
Oh,
that is
yeah,
my
because,
slight concern with Comanche Rep, whether he tries to go out there and get on with it. I'd just like to just be sitting just off it or just, well back. I don't want to be up the front, really.
There's going to be a there's going to be a burn up.
There's going to be a burn up. There nearly always is in these kind of races. I agree.
And of course, the great misnomer about Kempton is so many people say speed track, speed track, speed track, speed track. Of course it is. But if you go too fast, you go too fast, whether you're on Epsom Downhill 5 or Kempton.
Yeah, that's right.
And therefore, you need to stay the trip. It's not, it is what it is. So, of course, it's not. We're not saying it's Carlisle. We're not saying it's Sandown. But you're going to have to stay 2 mile 5 on soft. Yeah. And if they go too fast, they're going to get picked off. So, very, very confident selection. Marie's Rock. And the judge, crafty each way on Comanche Red at 46
well, if he finishes,
places.
just a few legs beyond or round your one, he should be round about there for a nice big prize, shouldn't he?
Cheeky forecast could be the order of the day. So there you go. The Lanzarote, the biggie, 240. We then head over to Warwick for the 3 o'clock. One of Warwick's biggest jump stays of the season, if not the biggest. Really high quality races, and of course this big famous handicap over 3 miles 5 on soft. Now it's a class 1. The favourite is Jericho Roque for Pipey and Skoo. We then got Korak Rambler coming down the Scottish Raider with a big reputation. Has won 3 of its last 4. But, in handicaps, you win 3 your last 4. Eventually, weight stops the train, and I don't know. It's going to be... You can't keep winning good handicaps. No horse in history has ever managed to keep doing it. Eventually, they get stopped. So, very exciting young horse. But I do wonder whether this is a race where you want to attack the top of the market. And I'm certainly attacking the top of the market because, folks, my selection is the outsider of the whole lot. It's a 66 to 1 shot. 5 places seem to be available. Quite a few places, not just one. The horse is called Game Line. It's number 15. This is a plodder. This horse does nothing in a hurry, but you're not going to need that tomorrow. He's 8 years old. Ideal age for the race of 10 stone. Ben Jones takes the ride for Bowen. Last time out, 3rd of 15 at one of our favourite gaff tracks, Judge, Plumpton.
Gaff track is a quality track, thank you.
Well, yeah, exactly. Over 3 mile 4, when 3rd of 15 behind Go Whatever. Now he goes a furlong further today. He's one of only 2 horses in the whole race who has won over this trip. And I think that is a very significant stat because we have a lot of horses in this race that are much shorter in the betting that have won over 2 mile 4, 2 mile 6, 3 mile, 2 mile 6, 3 mile, 3 mile, 3 mile, 2 mile 6. You're seeing a pattern in my angle here, Judge. I think that this is over half a mile further. And there could be a lot of horses going well at the 2 mile 5, 2 mile 6 who are going to start to feel the last part of this race is a very lung bursting, difficult thing. Now, I just think Game Line is going to trudge along at his own pace, which is a very slow pace. I believe there could be only 4 or 5 finishers in this, and I think he could well be one of them. And I think 66 to 1 is huge on the place. Do I think he's going to win? Possibly. But do I think he's an excellent place bet to be in the first 5? I really do. And if he is in the first 5, you've got a cracking winner. So for me, I'm going for the outsider of the par seats, number 15. It's Game Line, 66 to 1.
Well done. You'd love a bit of Bowen, don't you? He owes you no favours. Very, very interesting selection. It's funny you should say that because I'll come to it in a minute. When I do my studying, I write down negatives like trip, distance, going. So I kept writing trip. I nearly fell over myself. I did trip somehow so often. And I'm going to go for the other one that's won at the trip. So I'm going for Not a Chance. I think he's got a very good chance. He won this race last year off exactly the same handicap mark as he's running off this year. He beat Achille, who comes on the back of coming fourth in the Welsh National, and I think that run might have just taken the edge off of that one, although the Benicia Williams horses are running well. I think Alan King, he's stuck the visor on for the first time. I think he means business here. I think this is the race he's been trained for the season.
Yeah.
Last time out, it was quite eye-catching. He just run an okay race, but it was like a next time out type run. And I think with the visor on, the right handicap rate, the fact Tom's riding it here as well, he could have gone to the other meeting. I think this is the one lined up. I think Not a Chance has got a very good chance.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Around 10 to 1.
12 to 1 available.
12 to 1 now. Whoa, even better still.
So we're both on the proven stayers in the race. So Judge has gone for number 3, Not a Chance. I believe the phrase laid out for this race could be applicable for this one. The mighty Tom Cannon, sponsored by Goodwin, of course. He's taken the ride, riding very well at the moment. And good to see Chris Gordon training so many winners at the moment.
Absolutely. Another Goodwin.
All the Goodwin sponsors. What a pair of grovellers we are. So, not a chance, big chance. And I'm going for the outsider of the whole party, a massive 66 to 1. That's game line. So that's the classic chase. We then, of course, reiterate the 240, the Lanzarote. No holiday for us tomorrow because I'm on Marie's Rock.
No.
One of the strongest bets of the year so far for me. It is only early January before people overhype that.
Very good.
Yeah. But still a big bet. If that loses, I will be seen in central London with a sign saying, "Hope you enjoyed the song. Please give generously." And the judge is going for a big outsider in Comanche Red, 40 to 1. Remember, get those extra places. It's one of those days. Again, we go for the biggies. We go for the big races. We go for the big prices. Judge, better luck this week, mate. I'm sure you're going to bang one into two.
Pull me, let's stop up if you like.
Yeah, well, I love the fact you're going for it tomorrow. I really, really do. So, folks, remember, keep it Holden Sources. We'll be back next week with two more races covered, hopefully celebrating a big week. If you're not in my HFC club, please get in because tomorrow, and I know the judge is already getting that pencil sharpened to write this down, it's the mighty Saturday HFC Lucky 15. It will be sent to members around 9 a.m. in the morning. Do not miss that. I will be back on Sunday morning. So have a great day tomorrow. Enjoy this great day at Kempton, great day at Warwick. Thank you very much, Judge. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next Friday. Have a great weekend, folks. And remember, the home of big price winners, whatever day of the week, is definitely
HOLDENS. Horses.